Hey guys, it's Horror Crawler, and today we're going to be playing The Hospital by Crux Games. I found it on itch.io. I don't know, it looks like an interesting horror game from the screenshots at least. I don't know what's up with the top there. It will not let me take that off of there. So I tried to go full screen, tried to check options to see if there was a full screen option. I did not see one, so I guess we're stuck like this. But let's go ahead and get into it. Best experience with headphones. Well, good. Just the brightness using the bar above you until you can barely see the words on the door. I can see that right there. Excellent. Oh, like a whole 3D model. Sorry, readjusting my... When the virus got me, I was hoping I would be among the majority who only had mild symptoms and recover quickly, but my condition got worse day by day. Checked into this hospital last week, barely able to breathe. Paid a lot to get a private room and was lucky I managed to find one. There are no vacant rooms in hospitals across the country as the pandemic worsens or wreaks havoc. Sorry, again, I have you guys kind of blocking. I have you guys kind of blocking the words. There's a pandemonium out there. So many sick and dying. I feel like I've become a number of statistics. So is this game about COVID? I think I'm growing sicker. I feel faint and weak all the time. Yesterday at night, they had to increase my oxygen intake. I heard them talking about having to put me under to intubate me if my condition got worse. What if I don't make it? It would be a horrible way to die, alone in this room. I was never a believer in God or in heaven or in hell. Wonder what happens to a person after they die. I've never really stopped to think about it until now. I guess I was too busy living and chasing shadows to think about death. Okay, we get it, dude. You're kind of cool. Feeling weak and weak, so I think I'll sleep now. I can barely breathe. Why are we up? Okay, we're up now. I'm up. Yeah, you are. How am I up on my feet? I don't know. I was wondering the same thing. Can't remember getting out of bed. Walk around using WSD, look with your mouse, observe your surroundings, click objects in the world. The game saves automatically, no need to save to resume. Okay, cool. So, chairs. Chairs for visitors, except being in quarantine, I had no visitors. Okay. So yeah, where was our oxygen at? Because I don't see it. Medical device. It's silent. I remember the doctor's nursing hooking me up to this thing. It's infernal beeping and the hiss of pumping oxygen. Okay. It's one of those terrifying things in the hospital, all the machines whose purpose you don't know. Pretty sure people tell you what the machine's for before they just go and put it on your head. Maybe they don't. The bathroom door appears to be locked. Okay. What do we got going on? I don't have like any type of sheets or anything. Got a TV though. Alright, well. Oh, hey! Is that the nurse? That person out there. Maybe a doctor. I need to find out what's going on. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe a doctor, maybe a nurse. Let's find out. Where is everybody? When I checked in, these corridors were full of activity all day and night. Filled with nurses, doctors, and patients. Locked. Strange. There are no signs. I could swear there was signs beside these doors. Cardiology, obstetrics, radiology, etc. Why are the windows opaque? I can't see anything through them. Hello? Is this the nurse's station? It is. When I checked in here struggling to breathe, there were two harried but kindly nurses. Two harried but kindly nurses sitting behind this desk answering calls. What does that say? Answering calls, filing papers, and welcoming patients. They had their hands full. Here's an exit. Why don't we just leave? No luck. Didn't these doors open out to the lobby with elevators? That would have been my way out, except it looks like I can't leave this way. Should probably find another way out. Okay, so I guess, are we looking for a... There she is again. Are we looking for a way out, or are we looking to get somebody's help, because we said we wanted to find and talk to the doctor or nurse. I'm trying to make sure I don't completely blow out your all's eardrums, so sorry. Locked. That's odd. There are no room numbers on the doors. I'm pretty sure I'd seen room numbers when I checked in. Nothing. So she's in here, huh? Excuse me. I need to talk to you. This looks like the same hallway. Definitely is the same hallway. Is this going to be a looping hallway? Are these patient wards? Why are they deserted? There's got to be someone, a nurse, doctor, who can help me and tell me what's going on. Anytime that I see like an empty hospital, it reminds me of, I think it's 28 Days Later, where the guy wakes up in the hospital and it's completely empty. Hey, what? Someone on the other side of this door? Bro, alright, you're in a hospital, right? Why are you surprised that somebody's on the other side of that door? This room just looks like the one I was just in. Yeah, most hospital rooms look the same, buddy. But it's a mess. Is that supposed to be blood? Some kind of stain. I guess the bed wasn't clean after the last patient departed. Okay. That figure. Time came from out there. Okay. Figure I saw on the TV reminded me of. No, it can't be. I must be imagining things. Maybe that's what this whole thing is. Some lucid dream I'm having while my body lies in some sort of coma. Still locked. There it is. Well, better go after it. I always do think that hospitals like this are always pretty cool little settings for horror things. Because, yeah, usually a place that should be filled with people, if it's not filled with people, would definitely be kind of creepy. Oh. It's locked. Who shut the door? Was that a corpse in there? If this is a dream, it's growing increasingly disturbing. Is someone toying with me? Am I being led? That figure I saw. You keep mentioning the figure we're seeing. There she is again. You know, it can't be her. This is a dream, a nightmare, rather, which I'm trapped. How can it be her? You know, if you would let me walk instead of making me stand there and watch her walk to the edge, you might be able to catch up with her. I can't move. Oh no, I can. So this is one of the games where, like, it's pretty much just you have to walk through and activate different events. This doesn't look like a hospital. What? How? How did I get in here? Oh, hey, it's you. I recognize this place. Do you recognize her? Can't see her face, but I'd know her anywhere. How is this possible? She's been dead for 4 years. Nia, is that you? Is this real? This isn't real, I'm dreaming. Let's ask if it's her. Familiar silence. This is some monstrous dream. Memories of these horrific events 4 years ago were coming back to me. The doubt and guilt have haunted me since. Could I have saved her life and done things differently, and at what cost? Couldn't have saved you, Nia. I'm sorry for what happened, Nia. I don't know who Nia is, but only cold silence. Nia doesn't seem to be a talker. What does she want? Nia? Am I going crazy? Or is this some fever dream? Seating by my past while my body lies wasting away on a hospital bed. I can't see anything now. This furniture, the couch, tables, all props from the past I'd much rather forget. If this is a dream, how does it all feel so real? I can smell the rot of this place, a vile smell. None of it makes sense. This apartment, it was where she and I lived together before it all went to hell. Yeah, I mean, dreams can still seem pretty real. Nia. Alright. This picture we were taking it on the beach just after another bitter fight. I thought it said biter fight. I've been playing too much Dying Light. She was just 24, but By then, she had already begun to show increasingly frightening signs of mental illness that would consume her. Erratic, violent shifts in temperament, brooding silences, fixed stares, an obsession with my whereabouts, self-harm. Tried to get her help, she refused. When it was clear she was becoming a danger to both of us, I ended our relationship. And then it got worse. A lot worse. The phone calls, the stalking, the threats. And I woke up one night to find her standing over my bed, staring at me. Her dark eyes empty and unreadable. Her mouth... Now, see, this is creepy. Stretched in a chilling grin. And when I saw what she was holding in her hand, was it a knife? Now, see, that... I think that would have been a much more interesting game than what I'm doing now. Granted, we're not done yet, so we still have some time. Can't move. What is this place? It's the hospital. Now we've ended up in Silent Hill. The music's not bad. Look, there's a corpse. Is it Nia's? Who would abandon a dead body here? The stench here is terrible. I should move on. It's like the protagonist keeps jumping between if they don't know if this is real or a dream. I feel like by now it should be very apparent that it might be a dream. Doesn't budge. Wait, so if that didn't move, this door is locked. Oh, the corpse had to jump scare me. Right. Thanks, Nia. Bet you think that you're really funny, don't you? Well, now we got a bunch of corpses. But I can't interact with that one. Body bag. Corpse. You're kind of creepy there, Nia. Be a little weird. Still locked? Let me move. On that night 4 years ago when I woke up to find her standing over me, she was holding a knife. Yeah, I guessed it already. I am a detective. As I watched, she raised it and held it to her own throat. She said, "I don't want to live without you." Before she could hurt herself, I leaped at her, grabbed her the blade away, and subdued her till the authorities arrived. They put her in an institute and a mental hospital, and a week later I got a terrible call. Okay, see, now that is awful. That's absolutely terrifying. And that sounds like genuinely like a horrifying experience. I think that could have been a fantastic game. Well, Nia, oh God, what? Why did you do it? Why did you have to go like this? They told me that you wrote on this note your last words. What do you want from me, Nia? I did what I could. Why are you tormenting me? I don't exactly know what she wants either. She's kind of messing with us. I think that could have been a great game. Nia, what do you want from me? It kind of, now my protagonist, the way I'm voicing them, kind of sounds just like an agitated parent with like a toddler that can't speak. Like, what do you want from me? I think of the note you left, the last words you ever wrote. You wrote, "I'm never gonna let you go." Sorry, somebody's outside mowing the grass now, so that's what you hear. Yeah. I'm just gonna wait a couple seconds. I'm never gonna let you go. I know those words were meant for me. Is that what this is about? That if I'd done things differently, perhaps you'd be more compassionate. You might still be alive. That was a weird-ass sprint, Nia. I'm back in my room. How did I get here? Nia. I was lying on a platform after my well. Wilmar still trapped in this nightmare. Wow, it sounds like everything wants to go now. Do I dare go out there? What do I find? A bustling hospital, smiling faces tell me that I'm better, I can go home? or shadowy haunted halls by my past? Am I in a coma trapped in a body that is wasting away while I suffer a fever dream born of guilt? Or am I dead and this is my afterlife? These dread halls and tormented souls stalking me for eternity. You like to say wasting away a lot. Oh, well, okay. Okay. Alright, that was The Hospital by Crux Game Studios, I think. It was interesting, I guess. I always like the hospital setting. I also like the hospital setting, like the idea of it being abandoned. Would I say it was scary? Not really. It was a walking simulator. I think maybe if like some of the areas had more, I guess could be different. A lot of the areas were the same, like completely the same. It was always just the same hallway that you were walking down with maybe a couple more assets thrown here or there. But they probably did what they could with what they had. The music wasn't bad, but it did suffer from, I want to call it the Valak syndrome, where every time that the antagonist, which would have been Nia, was on the screen, it made a loud boom. And just like how in Valak and the Nun, every time she was on screen, it would make that like throaty sound all the time. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just not scary whenever you hear that and you're like, okay, well, I've heard it many times before. It was a good idea, a cool concept. I do think that the backstory of the game that you were talking about while I was playing this one was much cooler. I think that would have been a fantastic game. You know, kind of like really subtle things. You know, you go to sleep one night and then you wake up and you're like, hey, why is my window unlocked? Things like that. Up until it leads to where she's standing over you with a knife. I think that could have been a really cool game. This one wasn't super scary. Sound sounded alright. The assets looked pretty good for what they were. I wasn't particularly scared by it. It was a walking simulator, but it wasn't terrible either. I've played much worse on this channel. So, I would say that was The Hospital by Crux Games. So, if you enjoyed this video, thank you for watching. Feel free to leave a like or, you know, subscribe, maybe comment, tell me what you thought about it. I always like hearing back from the developers too. Whenever I post these in the comments, I like hearing back from them and seeing what they had to say. And also, you know, if you're still here, thanks for sticking around. I would like to give a huge shout out to my patrons, NateDog9849 and Rachel Smith. Thank you all for supporting the channel very, very much. I just recently have started streaming a little bit more. Me and Loken have. And we've also, hang on. Awesome. We started streaming a little bit more. So I can link our Twitches in the description. But yeah, that was pretty much it. That's The Hospital. It was a walking simulator. It was kind of creepy. You know, the idea of being in a hospital alone. I do like the idea of being somewhere that should be busy, very, very empty. But it wasn't that scary for me. I don't know. That was The Hospital. I know I've said that about 5 times, so you're probably like, okay, yep, that's what it was. That's what it was called. But I will see you all in the next video. Until next time, this has been Horror Crawler.